Hi and welcome to another video for Maths D Year 9. So today we're going to do standard form. So previous lesson you have learned about how to convert between standard form and ordinary numbers, and you can change also ordinary numbers to standard form. So basically you just have to recall this one is the format for any standard form, which is a times 10 power n, where n should be the power of 10, which is an integer, and a should be less than 10 and a should be more than or equal to 1. So let's begin with how to multiply and divide numbers standard form. So basically these rules or laws of indices will be quite useful for you to do multiplication and division of standard form. Basically you will always use this first two. Right, so let's start with the first example. Okay, so for example, work out this, give your answer standard form. So basically actually here you have to remember that when you do multiply, you are actually applying the laws of indices. So for example here, 7 times 10 power 3 times 4 times 10 power 4. So you can rearrange them because basically between them there's only multiplication. So 7 times 4 times 10 power 3 times 10 power 4. So here 7 times 4 is obviously 28. But look at here, at 10 power 3 times 10 power 4, we'll be using the laws where you have to add the power. So 10 power 3 plus 4. Right, so you will have 28 times 10 power 7. Now, let's have a look at your answer here. Is this the final one? Nope, it's not the final one because you have to give your answer standard form. So here the problem lies with 28. Because 28 is more than 10. So what you do is you do a side working. So you have to convert this back. You have to convert this to standard form. So this is actually 2.8 times 10 power 1. So here you change 28 into 2.8 times 10 power 1. And you have the previous from 10 power 7. So this one, this is already easy for you to do because you have 2.8 times 10 power. This one, you have the same base, so you have to add the power 1 plus 7. So therefore, your answer will be 2.8 times 10 power 8, right? So that's the first one. For example, you have multiplication. Now, let's have a look at when you are doing division. So here, it's best for you to convert this into a fraction form. So that you can see here 3 times 10 power 3 is on the numerator and 5 times 10 power 5 is on denominator. So you can see here you can divide 3 over 5 and also 10 power 3 divided by 10 power 5. You will be using this law of indices, so you have to subtract the power. So here when you calculate 3 out of 5 using division, you will have 0.6, right? And then times 10 power 3 minus 10 power 5. So basically you will have 0.6 times 10 power 3 minus 5 should be negative 2. Now the problem here is that 0.6 is less than 1, so this is not a standard form. So you have to change 0.6. Okay, you do a side working. 0.6, when you move the decimal point to the right, you are actually giving it a 6 times 10 power negative 1. So you rewrite 0.6 becomes 6 times 10 power negative 1 times 10 power negative 2. So here this is already familiar because 10 times 10 you have to add the power. So here negative 1 is the power plus negative 2. So basically this is negative 1 minus negative 2. So you will have 6 times 10 power negative 3. Right? So that's for part B. And as for part C here, 5 times 10 power 8. And then you have another power half. And you have to give your answer in three significant figures. So here, this is power half. So this is actually, in a way, this is a square root. So here you are actually using a square root on 5 and then also using a square root on 10, but you follow the rule that you have to, when the power meets the power, you have to multiply the power. So this is actually, it's 8 times half. So 8 times half will be 4. right? Next is you have to use your calculator to get 5. So I have my calculator, and when I calculate it, square root of 5 will be 2.23607. Okay, I'll stop here. Okay, and then I have to multiply this by 10 power 4. But here, since this is a lot of digit involved over here, so what you have to do is you refer back to what you are supposed to answer. So here you have to leave it in 3 significant figure. So you have to stop until the third digit that you see, which is 2.23. But here 3 is rounded off, so it will become 2.24 times 10 power 4. So that's your answer. Okay, right. So here you have to recall this back, that you have to check the result whether it can be further converted in standard form, and you also have to obey the laws of indices. Okay, so that's it for this topic. Thank you very much. Hope that you can you can enjoy the topic. Well, see you next time.